I think I'm not sure whether I'm the one who should begin.
No, it could be.
Okay. Thank you very much, members of the press, for coming. My name is John Orina Omangi, the Bishop of Upper Southern Nyanza Diocese. And today we are gathered here for a special occasion for the launch of CDT in partnership with Five Talents Kenya. CDT means Community Development Trust, a program within the diocese and within other dioceses in the Anglican Church of Kenya, targeting the community for financial literacy and economic empowerment and other programs. So today we were hosting the team from all over Kenya and also joining us in Upper Southern Nyanza for the launch of the program, as you've seen. So in front of us, we have the chairman of FTK Kenya, Five Talents Kenya. That's the Right Reverend Dr. Joseph Muchai, the former Bishop of Nakuru. Then we have, together with him, Bishop of Mumias Diocese in Western Kenya. Then we have the CEO of Five Talents Kenya, Mr. Peter Mugendi, and other board members of FTK Kenya and CDT Upper Southern Nyanza, and the program coordinator who is just right with me here.
My name is Joseph Mushai. As the bishop has said, and I'm the chair of Five Talent Kenya. I'm a retired bishop of Nakuru Diocese. Five Talent Kenya is manning these microfinance programs, which started in Thika Diocese sometimes back. And today we have microfinance programs for over 15 dioceses of the Anglican Church. And so Five Talent is having this program so that we can try to transform the rest of people by encouraging them to save, so that after saving for some time, they can be able to borrow money and start businesses that can sustain them.
Five Talents Kenya has been working in partnership with the church since the year 2004. We have partnered to build what we call thriving communities by empowering them economically. We do that by providing financial literacy, and sometimes we even go a step back if the community is not literate to do adult literacy classes. And we assess in the program to identify what are the key poverty drivers in a given community, and we seek to address that by way of providing knowledge, information, ranging from financial literacy to matters of natural resource management, so that communities can be sustainable themselves. We walk the community on a journey of sustainability. In the initial stages, we're able to provide that through donor support with a view of creating savings model that eventually evolve into community-owned and managed circles that are well governed and that are given credibility through the infrastructure of our partnership with the church. Over the years, we've been able to work in the dioceses of Thika, Embu, Nakuru, Kericho, Baringo, Maseno North in the western part of Kenya, and Mumias, as well as Butere. In the northeastern, we've been able to do the work with the Diocese of Marsabit, and in the recent past, we moved to the Lower Eastern, where we were able to implement a program in Kitui, Makueni, and Taita Taveta that also addressed the challenges of human-wildlife conflict. And so we've been able to see the mature programs evolve into thriving circles that no longer require donor support. They are managed by the local communities, and they've been able to reach far and wide beyond what the donor funding could have actually done. And so we assess our success through the sustainability of our programs and through the ownership of communities to drive their agenda. The other thing that we've been able to do through the partnership of the church is to strengthen the governance of these groups. As you might be aware, some of the financial intermediaries have led to challenges in communities where communities have actually lost funds. but because of the strong governance structure that starts with our patron, who's the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of Kenya, to the boards that are at the community level, to the national level. We've got the national level board. We've been able to manage the community risks effectively. And therefore, that is what has actually led to the tremendous growth that we've seen. Here in the Diocese of Upper Southern Nyanza in Kisii, this is our latest program. And we are very excited about the potential it has. We've just operated for the last 3 months ahead of the launch today. And I can assure you, the growth we've seen is that the acceptance and of the community by the community of our program is going to have a great impact. So if you listened earlier when I was giving the speech, we're appealing to groups of especially the younger generation that have been by and large sidelined, so that they can actually be able not just to do their own personal businesses and ventures, but also they can actually be able to be supported to start group projects through our model. So if you look at our the demography of our program, we are serving over 80% of our members are women. But actually, the largest proportion of those women are in the ages between 20 to about 35, and that is actually youth. And so we anticipate to see that replicated here also. Who are our partners? So when we come to a place like here in the Diocese of Upper Southern Nyanza, as 5 Talents, we seek to collaborate with the local county government. And so we, as you saw, we'd actually invited both the county government and the national government through the office of the county commissioner. Those are our key partners because we like to have the credibility of recognition by the government of what we are doing. So those are our number one partners. 5 Talents does the mobilization of resources in the first stage to ensure that the community savings are safeguarded. So when we are doing the training, we do not depend on the savings of the community to sustain that. So that's how come we need to mobilize some resources so that we can fund the training, the trainers. We reach the members where they are, so we don't tell them to come to a central place. So there's a whole facilitation process by way of motorbikes or motor vehicles. We mobilize resources to facilitate that. And so at the core of it, in the initial stages, the community savings are completely safeguarded. They do not go into any administrative cost for the program. They only are able to meet that cost on sustainability when we are now evolving them into circles. So yeah, because of my t-shirt here. So one of our program in the Diocese of Kitui, Taita Taveta, and where? And Makueni, those 3 were supported.